Shout out to Eric Sees All. This is his video. Obviously, he's got it from a different video. I can't find it, so I'm using yours, dude. I hope you don't mind. But I just want people to see this shit.
And this is happening everywhere. Please check this out. Listen to this.
That leads to a much speedier process in getting a vaccine approved, then I'm all for it.
Tens of thousands of volunteers around the world say they'd be willing to be infected with COVID-19 if it meant speeding up the creation of a vaccine. At least one of those volunteers is right here in San Diego. Our ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo spoke to that volunteer who says if approved, the risk would be worth it.
The process would involve a controversial study known as a human challenge trial. There currently isn't any such trial in the works, but these volunteers say they are ready to go if one is planned and approved.
I mean, this is crazy. It's to the point where they have people so asleep and brainwashed to think a certain way that there are humans out there who are signing up for these satanic people, or people who are tied to Satanism and the establishment, and I don't know, there's a million words for it. And they got these people signing up thinking that they're going to be heroes when we know it's a bunch of bullshit. You know there's always an agenda behind whatever agenda they're allowing us to see. Who knows what could happen? I mean, I don't know. I've heard there's a zombie virus, but I don't know. Everybody keeps saying it's in deer, but I think that's just the front story that they want you to think where it's coming from, so that you do believe it's coming from that once once you see it or once it happens. But to me, I mean, just speculating. But could that be it? Could this be it? Could they be experimenting and putting something deadly into your body? Yes, more than likely. Do I have any kind of proof? No, but you all get what I'm saying. And these people literally are just like, yay, yeah, I'll do it. I'll be a hero. If it means that it'll save humanity, then I'll do it. When they don't even realize that it really doesn't even exist unless it's being injected into you, because you can't catch a virus. They live in our body. They help clean our body. But nobody wants to accept that yet. People think I'm crazy and whatever, but it's the truth.
Approved. April Simpkins is a healthy 29-year-old.
And it's funny too, her last name is Simpkins. Amanda Simp has now signed her life over for no reason. Yay.
Who felt helpless as the COVID-19 pandemic started and spread all over the world.
I felt, pretty powerless to be able to help. I wasn't in an essential profession. And so it just felt like something very simple that I could do.
While listening to a podcast.
I don't know, man. To me, maybe she is gonna take it. Maybe this is a real volunteer, or maybe this is a paid actor, like always. And I know that people say when they are saying something truthful when they look to the left, or I think that's what it is, that it means you're lying. I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean, I just watched her do it, so I don't know. I have to look that up and make sure, so don't quote me on that.
She heard of something she could do. Sign up to be on the One Day Sooner volunteer list.
I thought, that sounds like something that I would want to do. I'm young, healthy. I have no underlying medical conditions.
One Day Sooner is an organization that advocates for volunteers willing to participate in a human challenge trial. That means being infected with COVID-19 in hopes of speeding up the process for a vaccine, restricting the trial to people that are healthy and young.
Most of them are willing to, understand and accept that those risks are there because they want to end this pandemic fast.
Well, if you want to, Mr. Sheep, never mind. I'm not gonna say nothing. But it's just ridiculous, man. Like, this kid is completely unaware of what's going on and why it's going on and how it's going on, and that the tests don't test for nothing or for a VIRUS. And and then on top of it, it's 50% wrong. It's a 50-50 chance of you testing positive or negative. It's just a bunch of things. All the infected people have all been manipulated and falsely counted because it isn't real. And then now they just changed the law again, or whatever, the procedure, to when they test people, or if you get tested positive, then anybody that you've come in contact, which is the contact tracing, then you got to go into quarantine, and you're automatically assumed that you have this VIRUS, and you can't just assume that shit, at all. But if we all woke up and denounced all of it, that's how we end it. We don't end it by allowing them to literally experiment on us because we're volunteering. I mean, think about it. That's literally, go back to Nazi Germany when they were experimenting on people, and they had to force these people into camps and do vile things to these people. And now it's to the point where they've convinced everyone that, you be a hero and sign up.
So far, there isn't a plan for any human challenge trials to fight COVID-19, but over 30,000 people have signed up to volunteer from over 140 countries. The trial would still require approval from a type of medical ethics board and the Food and Drug Administration.
Okay, so I didn't hear that part last time, that they're just volunteering if it can happen, but right now it hasn't happened because you still got to get approved for it, whatever. But people are willing to take it. They're gonna make it so that they can do that. They're gonna have to pass some laws, make it so that if they die, they don't have to be held accountable and this and that. Because you're volunteering, you're accepting the risks. You're gonna have to sign this, and yeah, they might give you a little bit of money, but it's not gonna amount to the amount of negative crap that's going to happen to you.
The volunteers for One Day Sooner think that they are willing to take on risk to themselves if it means that the risk can be lower for other people.
But Simpkins says the risk is something she would be willing to take.
If that leads to a much speedier process in getting a vaccine approved, then I'm all for it.
Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
Well, after seeing
This shit's crazy, man.